Hello, mate. Right, what's wrong?
Well, basically, like one of my main modules this year is experimental film, and I've kind of lost all passion for my original idea. I was using some of that cine stuff I found on the beach.
Yeah.
Running that alongside modern footage of New York that I've got off a DVD I bought, and I was going to animate kind of images that were kind of said something about the police state that seems to be taking over the Western world post 9/11. And for the audio, I was going to have like radio tuning that just every so often you catch a bit of a song with relevant lyrics or a bit of a Bush speech that I'd cut up to make him say something that he wouldn't say but is probably true, such as like America will use all our powers to defeat the freedom-loving nations of the world or something like that. But I've kind of lost faith with that because I just think it's too preachy, it's too basic, and it's kind of, I'd like my films to really make people question themselves, and if they get something out of it that I didn't put in it, that's cool with me, but I didn't want to do something so direct.
Yeah, I think also I think the problem with tackling anything around the 9/11, New York, all that sort of stuff, it's been done so much. It's really difficult to do it without it becoming like cliched or in some way sort of naive as well with such a small amount of time.
You know, obviously I know what your brief is, but I don't know the details of it.
Yeah.
Are they going to criticise the fact that it's none of your actual footage that you filmed yourself, or is it completely okay to use other people's footage?
My tutor has been heavily encouraging me to use this Super 8 because he thinks it's brilliant. There's a whole practice in filmmaking called decasia, where you deliberately decay the film and process it incorrectly to produce different results. There's a very famous piece called Berlin Horse by Malcolm Lagrice, which does just that. Every single cell is a separate piece of art. I'd quite happily blow up any cell from one of the rolls of film and have it on my wall as a picture, because I thought they were beautiful. Just this one cell of decayed footage where all the kind of the acetate was still there at the base of it, but all the chemicals have like been distorted and destroyed, and they've like bled into each other, and when they're lit they look incredible, like kind of you're looking down from space on some sort of weird river system on an alien planet. There's a scratch video I've been working on. We've been playing with doing one of those in our base room in our building, just whilst I had like time to kill whilst I was waiting for people, and it's coming out all right. I mean, I've only got like 20-30 seconds worth. It's taking me just 3 or 4 hours to do that. It's very time consuming, but it's good fun. It's just like I had this idea because I have an issue with big crowds. You know that? I can cope with going to gigs, but I hate Christmas shopping and like late night opening at home. It's so random, it's just so difficult to try and get anywhere. I had this idea of kind of having a visual explanation for it. It wasn't going to be very long, but what I was going to do was find out a high vantage point around someone and film the crowd walking through, and just kind of loop bits of it, and I just kind of crop it all down and put them in the image like 9 squares, and just have like another square with one person walking in the opposite direction, having those squares bumping into them. So have like a square of a crowd bumping into another square of one person walking the other way. I don't know how that would have worked, but it was just an idea I had, and never done anything with it. For some strange reason it should be orange. It should all be orange. When a computer renders your video, what I want to do is create a video just out of render files. So when you dream, as I understand, your mind just goes through bits and pieces and they get bolted together and you see a dream, which is very surreal but relevant. So if you do that with render files, just use your render files to create a sequence, and that sequence would be like an expression of subconscious.
To hide. We are prepared.
The music in this field library project.
Shadows.
I'm going to take a Super 8 camera with me everywhere I go for a year. Just shoot off what I see, what I do. As soon as I've got a full roll, get it developed, and then put the film out on the washing line. At the end of the 12 months, go back and re-splice them together in reverse order. So I'll create 4 pieces of film, and those will then be projected onto 4 screens facing each other. The audio I'll edit purposely to pick up the more interesting or amusing or relevant things. As we go backwards through the film will become more and more decayed, like your memory fades over time. But I think the audio supports it in a way that things that are done purposely are remembered a lot more, rather than just the ambient kind of walking down the street, unlocking and going, getting your car, driving to work, sitting waiting for someone or something like that. So I'll put out a big invite for everyone to come along to it. They will have the same problems I have, in that they will be viewing things they've seen before, but the recall rate diminishes over time. It's going back to where it began. So what I'm doing is I've shot from my alleyway that goes alongside my house.
Yeah.
Because we've got our own alleyway with a locked door at the front that just opens into the backyard, and I stand in the archway to smoke, just to keep out the rain and stuff. What I've done is I put the camera right at the back of the alley and filmed in widescreen with me shoved on the left hand side pretty hard. Me smoking in the day and me smoking in the night, wearing the same stuff. And I've slowly fade them in and out of each other, and it actually goes through the process of 3 days conveniently, which is exactly how long it's taking you to make this film.